Hello and welcome to my pile 3s. At least I think you're going to be my pile 3s because I think I'm just going to make this one big January 2022 mega video. But so this is going to be a reading for what sort of spiritual growth you're going to be looking at in January 2022. So why don't I start with tarot? Why do I feel weird? Why do I feel weird all of a sudden? So, Swords, Kings, give very tense terms, so family messages about spiritual growth in January 2022. Okay, well, that was a nice start. Well, let's see. You know about those curveballs, right? Sun reverse. Yeah. Took me a second. I got it. We got there. Okay, so first we have the Ten of Cups, which is fucking beautiful, right? So again, as I've been saying in the other piles, some of you are really starting to get to this place where you're really becoming a lot more integrated in yourselves. You're maybe feeling a lot more stable in your emotions and really practicing a lot more, that. When stuff like that happens as a reader, I always kind of take it as an extra confirmation. But yeah, just coming from more of a place of gratitude and really, yeah, just enjoying life more. And for some of you, that also means that you're like experiencing a lot more happiness in your relationships, whether, you know, that's with your family, your partner, your kids, your parents, your friends, coworkers, whoever it is. Then we have the Sun in reverse. So there's going to be, you know, that good old doubt starts to creep in, right? And so yeah, like you're gonna have to work to maintain this, you know, and I mean, it's not always difficult, but it's not always easy either. And you know, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. You're human. Like we all doubt ourselves at times, but I don't think this is gonna be super long-lived, because then that's followed by the Queen of Swords. Right? So that is clarity, perseverance, and ultimately compassion. You know, even though the Queen of Swords can be very logical, you know, in a reversal, in her lower vibration, she is very cold, and quite sharp-tongued and quite unemotional, right? But you can see that, like, her robe has clouds on it, right? Her throne has a butterfly on it, has a cherub on it. Like, there is still a lightness to her, even though, I mean, it is an air card as well. And they are reflecting the environment around them, right? And Swords is about clarity, your thoughts. It's also about communication. And then we have that followed by the Ace of Cups, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, for a lot of you, again, it's, yeah, you might have this sun reversed moment and things might still feel a little shaky at times, but you're gonna get through it because you have that renewed clarity, you have that renewed balance. And, you know, been having this thing, you know, the birds, birds have been coming from every angle in the last few readings. And so again, we have that dove, which, you know, is a sense of peace. And as I keep saying, it's like that ability to kind of learn how to glide a bit more and stay above things a bit more, and not above in like a condescending way, but just not getting sucked into, you know, unnecessary dramas or unnecessary like thought spirals that might be, you know, just not take you anywhere useful or healthy. So you're really starting to get out of that, and because you're getting out of that, we have the Four of Cups reversed. And the Four of Cups, you know, when it's upright, is the card, there we go, is the card of missed opportunities, right? And so with it reversed, it's really saying like, I'm not going to miss these opportunities anymore. I'm going to, you know, I'm not going to let myself be held back. And you're really ready to like embrace life and embrace life as this like renewed, with this renewed spirit and renewed centeredness and what's the word I'm looking for? Not insight, but yes, insight as well. I don't know, but insight and balance, we'll leave it there. And then followed by the Ten of Swords in reverse, and this is really, really beautiful. Like, I'm getting so much good energy from this, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Because it's Ten of Swords, which, as I've said before, Rider-Waite deck is... I got this deck when I was 8. Can you imagine being 8 years old and like opening that up and showing that to your friends? But it's in reverse, right? So it's like all, just what I was saying, all of the things that you used to hurt yourself with over and over and over again, whether it was like the disappointments, the heartbreaks, the failures, the things that you couldn't control but that you maybe still unconsciously blamed yourself for, like all of those things, you're letting them go. It's upside down, the swords are gonna fall out, you know? And so again, you're just having this like completely renewed outlook on life. And again, as I said, it's upside down, and here we have the hanged man, you know, or hanged one, in modern tarot. And this is literally about a change of perspective, about an epiphany, about seeing things from, you know, a different a different point of view, which is why they hung themselves upside down. And that's why they have the halo around their head, that sun, that clarity, right? That vision. And so that's where you're at for January. And again, so this, the last card was the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, right? And this one confused me at first. I had to take a second, but then it hit me, because to me this isn't a negative, right? Because the career reading was very much about like much more than, there was like no pentacles. There were no pentacles in it, I don't think. In the clarifiers, yeah, but not in the actual like initial pull. And yet it was very positive, but it was very much about like, you know, removing a lot of those like mental and emotional blocks in order to manifest what it is that you're trying to do. And for me, this is not a negative. It's about because this is about spirituality. To me, this is about letting go and saying, okay, I'm gonna put the tools down. I'm gonna step away from the workbench. I'm gonna go sit under a tree, right? I'm gonna go and sit in nature for a while, or just find some way to get back in touch with spirit and with myself. And so it's really about, to me, co-creating with the universe, and also letting go of the idea that you alone have to like make every single thing happen, right? That you can, there are things that you can just sort of like let go and let the universe handle. And yeah, detach from the, you know, for some of you, I'm hearing really loud, detach from the 3D, because this is a spiritual, hi, that was Earl. This is a spirituality reading, and so what's coming through really loud is like, don't, to some extent, you know, again, for some of you, it's a general reading, so take it as it resonates, but for some of you, you have been really caught up in the 3D, and you know, for some, it's just that that's where you've lived most of your life, and maybe, you know, really exploring spirituality and exploring your intuition and that side of life is something completely new for you, in which case, welcome. Like, we're happy to have you, and I'm so thrilled that you're starting that journey for yourself. And then for others, it's more circumstantial, that you've just had to, because maybe you just haven't had much choice, and survival, hey, okay. Right. And yeah, that survival has been what you've needed to focus on. And so, yeah, if you're gonna be on camera, at least let them see your face. Thank you, though. He's so cute. His name is Earl Grey. He's not mine, but I love him. So, yeah, some of you haven't had any other choice but to focus on the 3D, and maybe now things have like eased up a little bit, and you're finally able to maybe you're I'm hearing for some of you, yeah, I'm hearing for some of you, like some of you are dealing with maybe some PTSD. Some of it is COVID related. Some of it is just financial stuff in general, or like living situation stuff. You know, for some of you it would have happened anyways. For others it might have been precipitated or exacerbated by COVID. I'm very sorry, regardless. But yeah, what I'm hearing is, you know, for some of you, maybe that was something that you have recently gone through, and now you're able to kind of take a few breaths and take stock, and you're really looking to reconnect, and really figure out like what is next. And so yeah, this is really about, like, again, not being in work mode, not being in survival mode, not being in 3D mode, and like, how much can I produce and what amount of time and how much am I going to get for it? It's stepping away from all of that and really like getting back in touch with, like, you know, with your emotions, with your intuition, getting back into the flow, and possibly really needing to heal. So I'm going to get some clarifiers. Source, can you please give identities to the soul family? Some messages regarding their spiritual growth in the year 2022. Can you please clarify the 10 of Cups? Okay, that's weird. You just saw me shuffle. So, clarifying the 10 of Cups, we have the 9 of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Swords. And no, I think in the last one it was the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords where it was the inverse thing. So clarifying the Ten of Cups. Yeah, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, so again, it's, because it's drawing you to the Sun reversed. What's leading you to this Ten of Cups is that you're getting out of the Nine of Cups reversed energy of, you know, well, all I can, you know, I'm hearing like, there's no point in hoping for something that probably won't happen. And what the hell was that? So, sorry about that. I had to check and make sure that Earl hadn't just learned how to open a door like a raptor, but he hasn't. So, anyways, what I was hearing very strongly was, yeah, like what's the point of hoping for something that will never happen? Just this very, like defeatist kind of mentality, and just really like being afraid to really dream, and just this idea that like, yeah, the universe is not working for me. I can't have what I really want. I can't, you know, yeah, I just heard, oh God, I feel like I'm gonna cry all of a sudden. I just heard really strongly, dreaming only leads to heartbreak. And I'm really sorry for anyone that feels that way right now. And I've been in that space, and it's not a pleasant place to be, because you're limiting yourself, and you're limiting yourself to accepting what you think you deserve, and what you think you deserve is not, you know, for some of you it's not very much, and it's not, it's ultimately not enough for you. And so, to me, this Nine of Cups reversed, but then followed by the Knight of Swords, is that clarity, that knowing that, you know what? No, I do want more. I do have dreams. I do have things that I want to strive for. I do, I know that I deserve more, and I know that I'm capable of more. And that is part of what is really fueling this renewed sense of clarity and focus for you. So let us clarify the Sun. That was like, whew, that was like really, really strong energy. Okay, can we please clarify the Sun? Yeah. So, how did I? The Ten of Rods, otherwise known as the Ten of Wands, right? So, and that's clarifying the Sun reversed. So, like I said, it's, you know, it's that burden. It's that, and for me, when I see Ten of Wands, especially if it's in this context, to me, this can be codependency. It's carrying other people's burdens. It's living in a state of, yeah, making yourself responsible for things you don't need to be responsible for, and ultimately then ending up feeling like you're letting yourself down, you're letting everyone else down around you, because you can never live up to that, because you can't possibly control everything for everyone, right? All you can do is, you know, until you show up for yourself, until you stop selling yourself out, or your beliefs, your ideas, your abilities, your your beliefs and your viewpoints, then yeah, you can't, like, you're just gonna keep, sorry, I'm just getting so many different messages at once. Like I said, it's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you do want something more individual and personalized, then you can contact me for a personal reading. But yeah, the sun reversed, it's really, that's when you start to doubt yourself. It's that burden, part of that burden that you're carrying is other people's opinions and other people's thoughts and expectations, right? And so you're finally getting ready to like put that down and really focus on like, okay, but what are my opinions? What are my expectations for myself? And like, this is in the context of spirituality, because when, you know, when you start, when other people's voices become the voice that you speak to yourself with, right? When someone else becomes the medium through which you communicate with yourself internally, then you're completely separating yourself from your own inner knowing and your own inner voice. And so, yeah, this is the culmination of that, and finally, again, putting that down and then hitting that Queen of Swords energy, that renewed clarity, that renewed vision. So, Source, can you please clarify the Queen of Swords? Yeah, Five of Swords reversed. Come on, you can do it. You did it. Five of Swords reversed, because Five of Swords upright is isolation. It's isolation. It can be feeling cut off from others, cut off from yourself. It is isolation, separation. And so in reverse, it's like, yeah, you're finally leaving that. And it's also, it is very much like negative self-talk. Like he's holding all these swords, but he's still like looking at the other people. They're like, you know, they're holding all these swords, but it's like, yeah, I'm seeing in my head, it's like they're grasping onto the swords, but the swords are cutting them. And so it's like this Pyrrhic victory. They feel like they won something over those other people, but all the swords are doing is making them bleed. And so with this reversed, it's, again, leaving that behind, moving into that renewed sense of clarity, as I keep saying. So let us clarify the Ace of Cups, please. So, and I'm also hearing that with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups, that for a lot of you, this is really also about exploring new practices in January. So some of you might, you know, it could be it could literally be anything. It could be, you know, taking a class, or taking up meditation, a new sort of physical routine, or grounding more, or, you know, it could literally be anything. But just, I'm hearing that for in January, a lot of you are going to be you know, and you're watching tarot, so I'm assuming like you already have some interest, or your interest is either burgeoning or being renewed in spirituality. And so yeah, for some of you, you're really gonna start that journey. You're gonna take up something new, and I'm hearing that for a lot of you, this, you know, even if the first thing that you try doesn't, you know, lead to this massive like epiphany, aha moment or anything, it's still setting you on a path that is going to take you there. It is going to lead you, you know, it's either going to lead you, it's either going to be amazing and it's going to lead you to other stuff that's amazing, or it's, you know, it's going to be so-so, but it's still going to lead you to the stuff that is going to get you to where you want to go. And it is the, I'm hearing that it's the persistence. It's the fact that even if the first thing doesn't work out exactly how you hope, that you don't give up, that you don't take it as a sign that somehow, you know, this just isn't meant for you and life is just supposed to suck or something. It's the fact that you are staying optimistic and staying in that space of, well, that didn't work, but I'm gonna see what else, you know, I'm gonna see what my other options are, and I am going to find something that works for me. And it is in taking that mentality and in being willing to keep exploring that you're really going to start to find that renewed balance. So, Source, yes, can we clarify the Ace of Cups, please? Ace of Cups, January 2022. I don't know. Yeah, okay, yeah. The Page of Cups. So again, just what I was saying about trying new things, right? Because the page is it? The page is like, yeah, a younger energy, or just like, it's the start of something, right? But clarifying the Ace of Cups, like, that is beautiful. So again, and you know, there's the fish and the cup, and that is the universe like rising to meet you and saying, you know, you seek and you shall find. You know, the more that you continue to go within, the more that you continue to explore and go down that path. And you have the tulips behind him as well, right? So it is like that renewed sense of belief. It's that renewed perspective and outlook. So that's really beautiful. So then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Can we clarify the Four of Cups in reverse? It's the Three of Cups, which is, come on, it's friendship, it's community, it's stability, equanimity, it's support. And so this can either be, like, I'm hearing that for a lot of you, this is like in exploring. And again, so, you know, we started with the two tulips in the corner, and now look at all of this, like, beauty and abundance that is blossoming behind them. And so for a lot of you, in setting on this new path, in exploring new things, you're going to start meeting more people that have similar views to you or on a similar journey to you, and you're really going to find like a sense of support and community there. And, you know, for others, it, or, you know, could be both, but for some of you, it's going to be like a renewed, it's really going to renew your existing relationships. But it's also, again, it's that this is also your relationship with spirit, right? and really, really starting to blossom, really coming into that, that higher sense of yourself, and really feeling supported by the universe, and not, again, not assuming that everything is against you, or not feeling like you're cursed or doomed somehow. And so let us clarify the Ten of Swords, please. Ten of Swords. Can you clarify Ten of Swords reversed? Ten of Swords reversed. Yeah, really climbing up all of a sudden. Ten of Swords reversed. It's the Sun reversed. Okay. I was gonna ask for a second one. I got a second one. So it's the Sun reversed again. Okay? So, and it's clarifying the Ten of Swords reversed, which is about like letting a lot of this shit go, letting a lot of pain and anger and resentment go, right? But the Sun in reverse, like, again, it's not always going to be, you know, it's not like, boom, you have this moment and then everything's perfect and everything's just fucking gravy from here on out. Like, it takes work, and you are still going to have those moments of doubt. But the other clarifier is the Queen of Rods, which, you know, or Queen of Wands. And if you've been watching this channel, you know I've been talking about Queen of Wands energy. I was actually just... Okay, I still have to figure out Spotify in the playlist, because I was actually listening to my playlist about that. I'll get into that in the next one once I have shit sorted out. But this is coming out of that again, and like moving into that Hanged Man energy, which we'll clarify next, of, you know, finally learning how to cut through that doubt, and, you know, yeah, you'll have a moment, you'll have your moments, but it will be a moment, right? Rather than something that shuts you down for whatever amount of time. It's like, you know, you have it, you move through it, and then you come out the other side of it with that, like, no bitch, this is what we're doing, right? The Queen of Rods, Queen of Wands, is an attractor. It is passion, it is focus, it is belief. It is, again, that energy of, yes, being able to go after what you want, but also being able to just attract what you want to you. And that comes with that spiritual growth, that clarity, and that sense of working with the universe, and co-creating with the universe, and really being in the flow, and not trying to create out of a sense of ego, right? Like, a bit of ego can be a very good thing, can be a very healthy thing, but it's about knowing the line. And so, yeah, that's really beautiful. So let's clarify the Hanged Man, shall we? So like I said, yeah, just really having that renewed sense of vision and sense of self. So, Source, can you please clarify the Hanged Man? Yeah, so it's going to happen again. So, Two of Cups in reverse. So you're going to be tested in your relationships this month. And again, you know, I'm getting the Ten of Wands energy. some of this is like the way that you relate to others, some of this is the way that you relate to yourself. But it's, you know, it's gonna be, it could be a bit of a seesaw for January, but keep that persistence because you are getting there. Like, I feel like this is an energy that just needs to be moved through in order to sort of get to that next stop along the way. Because followed, the Two of Cups reversed is followed by the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card of sovereignty. It is the card of independence, of self-belief, of really just inhabiting your own space unapologetically. So that's really beautiful, you know. So yeah, it's not all going to be wine and roses, but if you have that persistence, like, it is going to pay off. So let us clarify the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, please. Spirit, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles. So it's the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, again, so it's another pentacle in reverse, but I feel like it's a continuation of this message, which is like getting out of the 3D, and I feel like it's also nearer to the Page of Cups upright, right? So it's, again, you're getting out of that just fully 3D. Oh, we need the second one. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, it's really alright. It's like really pushing this hard. Yeah, so for a lot of you, you really just need to detach from a lot of the 3D thinking that you've either been caught up in or been kind of forced into, and yeah, I'm hearing like don't be afraid of the immaterial. That your senses, our senses are vital, but don't be afraid to trust the things that you can't perceive with them. Because, you know, the frequency, the spectrum that we can see on or hear on or perceive on is so limited compared to what's actually out there. Like, you think of them, you know, even with your nose, like what you can smell with a human nose compared to like a dog's nose. Yeah, just I'm hearing inner eye. You have to learn to trust your inner eye, your third eye. So some of you are doing a lot of chakra work. You're really doing like a lot of chakra clearing. I'm hearing that some of you are even going through like a Kundalini awakening, which, congrats. You know, Queen of Wands energy. I'm hearing some of you might be exploring Tantra. Just yeah, really reconnecting with like a more primal part of yourself. And so yeah, don't be afraid to go down that road. Don't be afraid to trust your own instincts. That's kind of the overarching message of my entire channel and tarot practice, really. So let us, what's next? Oh, do some Loteria. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention as well is, so for anyone that's interested in numerology, you know, I spoke, I think, in the love reading about how 2022 is a lover's year because it adds up to 6. 2021 was a Hierophant year, you know, it's the 5th card of the major arcana. And if you want to know what your like personal card is for 2022, apparently you take the month and day of your birthday and then add 6 to it until you know, keep adding until you get 1 digit, and that number is the number of the card, the major arcana card, that is like represents the theme for your 2022. And mine adds up to 8, and that's the strength card. And so for anyone who knows me or has been watching the channel, you know the strength card is very personal to me, so I love it. So yeah, let me know what yours is, and I hope it resonates for you. It means something to you going forward. So source, can you please give us messages for the Burning Times Tarot Soul family on their spiritual growth in January of 2022? La Campana again. I came out in the love reading. So this is La Campana in reverse, right? So again, it's followed by La Mano, and you know, it's number 21, which adds to 3, which is, you know, a holy trinity. But you know, that's much bigger than within the context of the church. Like, you know, it's also like the triple goddess and the moon and, you know, whatever. There's a lot. But yeah, so for a lot of you, this is going to be a month of, you know, you have your clarity, you have your insight, you might have an epiphany, and then you're going to have, the doubt is going to start to creep in, right? But again, like, the more that you focus on your practice and the more that you start to really like nurture your spiritual side, especially for those of you where maybe this is like a new thing for you, or something that you're just starting to renew your interest in. It's not a lack of clarity, but it's just you're gonna have to work at having that clarity. But you don't have to worry, because the universe is supporting you, the universe is protecting you, and yeah, things are going to start to unfold for you. Like, if you just stay open to it, you will see, like, you're going to be surrounded by synchronicities, you're going to be surrounded by messages. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm hearing really loudly, don't be afraid to ask. I think it was in the love reading. I probably am going to cut it out, but I think I went on a whole rant about the throat chakra. And yeah, don't be afraid to speak to the universe, to speak with your guides. It doesn't all have to be in your head either. Don't be afraid to vocalize what it is that you want to the universe, whether it is asking for something in the material or just asking for a sign, asking for some sort of clarity. You know, if you are starting to, because there is so much doubt that has been creeping into this reading, and when you start to doubt, ask for a sign, ask for some clarity, ask for a message. You will get it. You will get it. And don't be afraid to trust that. Because to me, I feel like at this point, just live in a sea of synchronicities, and it's fucking beautiful. And when, you know, and it's not always 24/7, but when that starts to dry up, that's when I know like something is off and I need to, you know, I need to get balanced again. And when I do, it all just comes flying back. And you know, I consider those are the messages that are letting me know I'm on the right path. And so if you allow yourself to trust it, you will start to see a whole new path open up before you. So let us, angels and ancestors, right? Because just as I was saying, don't be afraid to ask. You know, ask your, ask your guides. Ask the universe. Vocalize. Open your throat chakra. Don't allow shame or doubt or negativity to impede you from the things that you want to learn or discover or enjoy. Source, can you please get a message for Brain Times Tarot? Okay, my right ear is ringing really loud all of a sudden. So okay, I just noticed this card sticking the wrong way out of this deck, so I'm going to put that aside for now. Yeah, I'm hearing, like, don't be afraid to vocalize, don't be afraid to verbalize, but also don't be afraid to listen. When you get those messages, don't push them away. Don't, you know, and now it's gone. Don't start second guessing it. Don't start talking yourself out of something that you already know. Just listen. Okay. Source, can you please give us a message for January 2022 about spiritual growth when it comes to soul family? So we have winter. This keeps coming out. Take care of your needs. So again, you know, put all the wands down. Don't worry too much about other people's opinions. Those are theirs. You're allowed to have your own. Don't worry so much about other people's perspectives or what other people will think. Just take this time to listen to yourself and, take care of your needs, your spiritual needs, right? Nurture yourself. Do something healthy for yourself, whether it is maybe eating healthier, or just cutting out some stuff that maybe you know is, we all have like those crutches, we all have those things that we might turn to when we need some extra comfort that aren't the healthiest, and that's okay, but sooner or later you have to like start moving away from that again. And so I'm hearing really loud for some of you, it's like for some it might be like cutting down smoking, or, you know, maybe not, you know, like I said, eating a bit healthier. I don't want to get too into that arena, but just, yeah, doing something to nurture your physical well-being. But also I'm hearing like, you know, like foot massage. I'm hearing foot massage and like hair masks and yeah, just nurturing your body, your sense of well-being, like treating yourself to something. And that doesn't have to mean spending a lot of money or anything. It can be something really small, but just creating that sense of like love and care for yourself is nurturing your soul. And so the other one is Druid, hold space. So again, hold space for yourself, hold space for your beliefs, hold space for your journey. You know, and I said I heard Kundalini awakening, and you can see there's like a snake tattoo on his arm. So for some of you, yeah, that's definitely going to be a big part of not just this month, but this year for you going forward. Like that was a massive transformation. And also just all the greenery. It's like this complete, you know, because we're moving from winter, which is very bare, and, you know, it's just the snowflakes. And then now going into like this really beautiful, abundant, like renewal. And, you know, the staff as well is really catching my eye. I've been talking about birds that has the feathers on it. So, you know, again, just really being able to, that sense of being able to float above things, and also just following that inner light, or following like what you're being guided to, and having that courage of your convictions. So that's, love it. That was beautiful. So yeah, get Soul's Journey. So Source, can you please give us a message regarding themes of spiritual growth for January 2022 for Bernie Thomas Tarot? Soul Journey. Event of direction for January 2022. To come out. So you have trust and change, and I feel like you really need to see the both of them together, because I feel like a lot of this month is going to be about trusting in the changes that you're seeing around you, the changes in your perspective, the changes in yourself that you're seeing, and really learning to, okay, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So again, it's learning to trust, like I said, not just in the universe, but in yourself. And then change is, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So, you know, again, moving through those moments of doubt, those moments of, you know, I'm hearing crisis for some of you. You know, you might have those moments where the doubt really does feel like it's just everything's crashing down around you, and it might feel very disruptive, but the more that you learn to trust, and the more that you experience as you go down this path, and the more confirmation you receive, the more short-lived those periods of doubt will be, and the more that you will be able to trust in yourself and in the universe. So that is beautiful. And then we're going to get a messenger, what the hell, messenger's delivery card, and I'm going to read the one that was already out, which is Snowdrop, but let us get a couple of messages. Please give us messages on spiritual growth for January 2022. Converting the times to. Please give us messages. Yep, okay. Okay, so the first one that was already out was Snowdrop, resilience, nurture, kindness. So just what I was saying about that persistence, you know, not letting the doubt end things and moving through it and being able to keep going, as well as, you know, nurturing yourself, being kind to yourself. And so this says, tend the garden of your heart with care and warmth. Acknowledge the beauty and softness that surround you, even in spaces that seem most harsh and inhospitable. Thaw out the frozen beliefs of self-doubt and begin your voyage toward springtime. And just what I was saying about the druid with the leaves growing. Where kindness prevails, relationships flourish. Be kind to yourself. So, thank you. I couldn't have said it better. The next one is Pigeon. Direction, love, receptiveness, which, okay, anyone who's been watching knows I won't shut up about receptivity, although I haven't actually clarified all my thoughts on it yet. I have to make a separate video on that. But, you know, once the New Year stuff is out of the way, I will. So this is allow your loved ones to see you in a new light. Again, putting down the 10 of Wands, putting down that burden and just allowing, not feeling like you have to control how other people see you, or how other people think of you. Allow your loved ones to see you in a new light and receive from them without reservation. Open up to a new way of talking, open up to a new way of taking in love, help, and appreciation. That is receptivity. Your capacity for giving will expand along with your ability to fully receive. The energy exchange will become an exquisite two-way path. Okay, so that's beautiful. And I was saying that some of you are experiencing a Kundalini awakening, and some of you are starting to maybe explore Tantra, or you have been exploring Tantra. This is very much talking about Tantra to me, or at least like a lot of the principles involved, you know, an exquisite two-way path. So, you know, you're going to have that Two of Cups reversed moment in January, but if you stay open and you trust and you stay receptive and you put down those wands, then like, well, so to speak. But yeah, you're going to just so much is going to open up for you. And then we have Elephant. Leadership, harmony, compassion. And this elephant is like so happy. And yeah, see, look at the flower at the top of the card. It looks like the flower in the Three of Cups that we pulled. And it says, take charge. And this is not in a 10 of Wands way. Take charge. You are being called into a role of leadership in your life and relationships. Move forward into a new way of being, powerful enough to unite those with different views and opinions. Interesting. Stand strong in your beliefs with an abundance of compassion. So this, that's really powerful. So it's not just about, you know, for a lot of you, part of letting go of worrying about what other people think is actually going to enable you to communicate better and also to change the minds or the energy of the people around you, right? And again, like going back to that Queen of Wands energy of, you know, my energy is so high and so, not mine, like the mentality of like my energy, my vibration is so high that I raise the vibration of the people around me, because it's not, I'm no longer living in the state of like worrying that even when I'm in a good space that someone else can just like take it away from me. It is moving into a space of no, because I'm doing me so well, I'm gonna make them better by coming into contact with me. And again, you know, bless you. Again, it's that energy of, you know, there's gonna be moments where, you know, that might still be a struggle to maintain, but it's only January, right? And so a lot of you, like, you're really moving into this beautiful, abundant space. It's fucking gorgeous. Like, I love this energy. Thank you. Okay, music oracle time. Source, can you please get some songs for our Burning Times Taurus Soul family on spiritual growth in January 2022? Okay, well, the first one is It Takes a Muscle by M.I.A, which I only mentioned in one of the last videos. And again, this is strength card energy to me, because, you know, the whole chorus, it's a really good, it's a cover, but like, do listen to it because the lyrics are fucking great. But, you know, it is about the fact that she's struggling and she's not in the best place. At the same time, she's, you know, the chorus is, it takes a muscle to fall in love. And I think I said it in the previous video, like, that goes for romantic love, but it also just goes for like having the courage and the strength of your own convictions and your own self-belief to allow yourself to fall in love with yourself, with life, with any of the things that you are passionate about, and to really just like live in that passion and that sense of freedom. And so yeah, that's really, really beautiful. And then this one, yeah, because I was like, this isn't a love reading, like, why did this one come out? It's Trippy by Anderson.PAAK and J. Cole. But really what I'm getting from this is, again, so I was talking about like being open to signs and synchronicities and, you know, not being afraid to trust them and listen to them and like listen to what Spirit is trying to tell you. And so I did, you know, I keep saying like the three are interconnected, and I kept talking about reconciliation in the love reading. And so this is, you know, for those of you that this applies to, this is a reconciliation, but within the context of spirituality, like I said, it's about listening to your inner voice, listening to the universe, and not being afraid to follow that. Yeah, and then the last one, like, I fucking love this song. It's just the sound of it. It's Home by CARIBOU, which is just so fucking perfect for this, because again, like, you could take it romantically, but it's very much about coming home to yourself. And keep saying she's coming home, but it's but then it's about her. I'm trying to remember how the exact line goes, but it's what is it? She's doing better than she's ever done. Now that she's what? I can't remember, but there will be links in the description box to all of these, but you know, it's really about like coming to peace with yourself, coming home to yourself, being at home in your skin, in yourself, in your beliefs, in who you are. And so, I mean, that's just like a perfect conclusion to this reading, at least in my mind it is. And I hope it is for you too. If you don't know the song, really do like click on the link, give it a listen. And as always, I really hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope you're able to take something positive from it. I will have links in the description box as always on the decks I use, on how to contact me if you'd like a personal reading, on my Venmo. And if you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I do weekly pick-a-cards as well as just, you know, random tidbits. Sometimes I'll do a card of the day, just sort of whatever strikes me in the moment. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.